So, good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining for this web webinar. So, I will just go through how I will determine the levels and what is the way that I trade, how I pick up the day trade and stuff. So, the first thing I do is it's little bit tedious task, but I do it. I do it for almost last 2.5 years. What I'm doing is I maintain an Excel. I just have NQ and ES levels every day maintained in that. Okay, I will find out what is the London opening for that day, and then what is the Asia opening, what is the US opening, and what is the closing, and then I maintain the levels based on that one only. So I just put the numbers, okay, and then I just maintain those levels every day. What is the level that it is closing? What is the level that it is opening? So that is where when it was flickering between those levels, what I will do is so whether it is trying to hold that level. See, obviously when we do the trading, we always know if you have the values that is being determined for that particular week or that particular month, you know it should hit at some level and it should bounce or it should drop. So that is where I always go precisely and I will find out, okay, it is coming into this level for this week. So based on the market conditions, if the market is holding good for the news or whatever, it will bounce and will go up. If the market condition is bad based on the news and stuff, it will go down. That's the way I work every day. And nowadays, what is the strategy that I have been doing is I really don't trade much when it is market opening. If you would have seen my trading style for the last 1 year, 2 3 months back, I used to be aggressive when the market open itself based on how the way it reacts. But nowadays, no, I'm not doing it because the market is a little bit different nowadays because it goes almost during the first hour, or sometimes it goes up during the first hour and then it drops. So earlier it was a complete different story. Three months back when we had election and stuff announced, it was continuous up for almost 2.5 months. At some point it will go up, but now it's not the case. It's a complete news driven market now. So I just watch what is the London Open, what is the Asia Open. Okay. If it is going to take the London Open first, I will wait for London Open. And if it holds that level, I will enter longs. Or else if it drops, I will wait for Asia Open and then I will enter longs. If that's my strategy. Everybody, when you ask how you determine the levels, I will either wait for London Open. If it holds, I will enter long. If it London Open does not hold, and if it Asia Open holds, I will enter long. And it's a different story in case of short. When it hit that level, I said right, I have been maintaining the level in the Excel. So if it hit that level and if it going to hit the third time, and if it is not able to cross that level, it is going to drop. That's why I enter short. But I don't enter shorts too much unless and until I'm too much comfortable because I mostly play longs. So that's the way I trade with futures. And with respect to options, how I do is I will wait for the level to hit first. Suppose let's take Tesla as example. Tesla, the other day when I was taking the call, I told wait for Tesla to hit 243. It went perfectly to hit that level 243 because if you look at the 6 months chart, you know where is the level that it is trying to bounce always. So when it hit that level 243, if it is day trade, yes, I will be little aggressive. And if the market condition is good and if market is going up, I always go for the day trade. But if the market condition nowadays, if you see, it can either go up or it can drop. If it goes up, it goes by 200 points. If it drops by 200 points. That's why I'm entering mostly swings. So Tesla was holding that level 243. That's why I said that we are good to enter Tesla longs. So that's pretty much this strategy that I have been following. And let me know if you guys have any questions specifically. I'll go through it. Screen, I really can't able to share it right now because I was just taking it through the mobile. So I couldn't able to do it through the screen. Probably I will have a bigger session when I was in front of my laptop. I can show you that. The time frame that I do is when I'm marking my levels. The first thing when I'm trying to enter any swings, I do 6 months with 15 minutes first, and then I do weekly with 5 minutes, and then I do weekly with 3 minutes. I don't use any 1 minute interval for anything. Maybe for NQ, sometimes I use 1 minute, but mostly I go with 5 minutes. That's my thing. I for NQ, I always go with 5 minutes or 3 minutes. Okay, what is the next question? I don't see anything here. What is that? Oh, okay, main chat. Okay, I thought I am checking that. Okay, okay, I'm sorry, guys. Okay, so okay, okay. Would Asia Open be the previous day close in US? Okay, for a challenge account, how do you enter individual charts for any moving averages? Okay, let me go one by one first. Okay. Okay, can you please also let's talk about how we call the top of the market the other day when we all were bullish. Thank you. Okay, can you please also talk about how you call the top of the market? Okay, see, when you say I will go one by one first. Okay, when you say how I call for top of the market is, see, I told you right, I'm maintaining the level. See, that is where I have been saying when the market is all time highs, I don't trade very aggressively because I don't know my levels when the mark that is what I'm saying. Okay, if I'm taking today, I will take today's date. I will put, okay, this is the Asia opening, this is the London opening, this is the US close, this is the US opening. Normally it happens at morning. I'm talking from MST perspective. From MST perspective, it will be at 4 a.m. MST. Okay, so and again it is at 6:30 a.m. MST. I will find out what is the opening range at 4 a.m. MST and then 6:30 a.m. MST and then 1 a.m. MST. 1 a.m. is the one where the exact US market opens for that day. So I take all these three time frames. So the first time frame I take for Asia is at my evening time, that is 5:30 p.m. MST, and then London is my 11 p.m. MST, and then I take 1 a.m. MST, and then the next time I take is 4 a.m. MST, and then the next time I take is 6:30 a.m. MST. With this five thing, I will find out what is the range that has been maintained for these five stages for that particular day. That will clearly tell me whether the market is going to stay over there or it is going to drop or what is the thing. So when the 6:30 a.m. the market opens, when it hit that first 4:30 a.m. MST, and if it tries to bounce, yes, we are going to go up. If it drops, the next thing is it is going to hit that 1 a.m. MST level. Okay, fine. If that is also not holding, then it has to hit the 11 p.m. MST level. If that is also not holding, it has to hit the 5:30 p.m. MST level. If that is also not holding, it is going to hit the previous day's US close level, and then previous day's US open level, and then previous day's close London level. That's the way I go by my levels. It's pretty simple. Just I take these five timings. I find out what is the timing, what is the level it got closed for those particular day on that five level. And if it holds, fine. If it holds, it is going to hit the next day's level. If it does not hold, it is going to hit the previous day's level. That's the way I do. And to be frank, I, it might be crazy. I'm just using Thinkorswim desktop. I am not using Trading View, nothing. This is my style I have been following for the last 6 or 7 years, and I just use Thinkorswim desktop. I don't use anything else. I just go by the timing. This is the level that I have been maintaining. If it hits and holds, it is going to bounce up. If it hits and it rejects, it is going to go back to that previous day's level. That is where I said I'm long here or I'm short here. So that is fine. That is where I said, okay, let's talk about your swings on options. Okay, swings. Okay, I'm going to buy this question. Swings, how I will determine is, let's take an example, Tesla. Okay, so if if something is going up, unless and until if there is any crazy news, it will not react immediately. If it is going to be in that range, always I say Tesla, if it is in the range of 220s till 240s, and if it is maintaining that and if the market condition is good, At some point, it's going to explode. So I mark that level, and I always take first time I will take 6 months chart. I will maintain the 15 minutes time frame, and I will find out in this 6 months chart what is the level it is just trying to bounce, or if what is the level it is trying to fail. I mark that level. And when I am trying to enter the swings, I always see, first time I will see is I will check the 6 months chart, and then I will go back, and then I will do the 15 days chart, and then I will do the daily chart. Daily chart I will do for 15 minutes, and then 15 minutes. I don't use for swings, I don't use anything else apart from 15 minutes. And for 15 days, I take the 30 minutes chart. 15 days is 30 minutes, daily is 15 minutes, and then 6 months is hourly chart. So this is the chart that I maintain for the swings. So hope you guys hot. So it's a little tedious task when you maintain the levels in Excel or whatever you are comfortable. That's the way I have been maintaining it. So I take an Excel, I put it. This is the London opening. This is the Asia opening. This is the US opening. This is the US close. I maintain that Excel for that particular week. If you look at that level where it got bounced, where it failed, where it got, you will be able to precise clearly trade on futures. That's the way I get 100 points, 150 points. Okay, how you decide the expiration date when you choose? Okay, normally when the market condition is very weird, I go with 3 months, 3 months or 4 months, and I will see the flow also. Sometimes we have the golden flow on Ghost board. I look at that golden flow. I will see whether that golden flow is bigger leaps or something. It is just close by, which is just within 30 days time frame or 45 days time frame. They are looking for um 1 million as the flow, incoming flow, or the put flow, or the call flow. Based on that, if they are taking, that is, if I'm seeing golden flow for 1 million or 2 million within 30 days, I normally take, I give time for that. I normally take mostly 90 day swings. So based on that, I go. I look at the chart, followed by I look at the ghost board flow also. What is the golden flow that is happening on the sticker? Okay. So my trading style with respect to, okay, any trading view indicator, no, there is no trading view. There is no, to be frank, I'm not using any trading view itself. I'm just using Thinkorswim web, and I maintain the Excel with those timings, whatever I said. So try to trade in that way, guys. You will understand how it behaves and those things. I don't use any indicator, nothing. And I just check the flow, ghost board flow, whether we are seeing a lot of call flow, or whether we are seeing any put flow. That's it. And next is, how do you stop loss? Okay, my stop loss is really, it is wide. Okay, because when I trade, I enter 5 MNQs. I don't do NQs immediately on during the market open or anything. If it is after market, I do NQs, because after market there will not be crazy movement. You can do 20-30 points up and down, that's absolutely okay. But when during market open, I never trade NQ. I just trade only MNQs. MNQs, I enter 5 contracts. And even if it is 100 point loss, with respect to NQ, it is just zero point 0.5 contract. I can manage. And if it holds that level, I said, right, I'm maintaining the levels between this timing, Asia open. And if any levels holds, whether it is Asia opening hold, or whether it is UK, London opening hold, or US opening hold, then I will add that spot. If that does not hold, I will stop out. But mostly I don't do stops unless and until if it is a crazy drop more than 100 points. Normally I prefer to people to say go with 50 points or 40 points, but if it is NQ contract, you always has to go with only 20 points. So that's my suggestion. NQ, you have to go with only 20 points, and NQ, if you are having bigger accounts, trade NQ, or else just trade MNQs. That's my suggestion until you build the account. Even now, I trade mostly MNQs, and during the midday, that is after the first market open, we will clearly know what is the direction of the market, whether it is going to upside or downside for that day. That time I will trade NQ. So that is where I say, I that is where I make, if I'm making 100 points on an NQ, I'm done for the day. That's it. I don't need to trade anymore. Okay, how do you assign size of the position based on your account size? Yes, it is always based on the account size. Suppose if you would have looked at me how I have traded my challenge account, that is way I follow. Sometimes, yes, I go very aggressively also, but nowadays with this news and stuff, I'm not doing that much aggressive. I'm not. Earlier, I used to trade at least 50% of my account size, but nowadays I'm just doing only 20% of my account size. I am not going anywhere beyond the 20% anytime. And unless I know, yes, there is a going to be a bounce coming, that is where last time, if you see, I had Amazon calls, Nvidia calls. I know there is a bounce coming because it was holding that level, and we saw there is multiple golden flows on SPY for future date. Yes, it is something that it is going to go up, but it may go up immediately, or it may take 1 or 2 weeks. That's why I entered 6 months call, and I decided, okay, market got leveled. That's why I averaged my Nvidia and Amazon calls, and both were in profits. We closed 1-1 last week. That's the way I follow. And sometimes, if that level has been holding for 1 week or 2 weeks, that's where I immediately enter calls. The next week calls, that's where I used to do Tesla, MSTR, LLY and all. If it see LLY, I have been saying multiple times, 670 is the level. If it comes to 670, just close your eyes and buy the calls. Same thing. Now if it goes to 870, that is one level that where it will get rejected and it may come back to 840. So if you mark that 6 months calendar chart, you will see where it is actually taking, where it is just um, bouncing, where it is getting rejected. Okay, how you repeat? I have been seeing determining large moves before they happen on NQ down the exact candle. Do you use anything? No, I don't use volume, anything. I just look at the net flow. Sometimes I look at the net flow, and I look at where the level holds, whether it is holding that US level or the Asia level, and then I just, that's where Rixie told that, oh, you souped it, you souped it. Exactly. Yes, that's what I do. If that level holds, I'll just enter. If that level doesn't hold, I will not enter. And sometimes nowadays I'm doing little better because of Rixie, because I'm entering at the exact time frame. That's what I used to say. What is happening at this time? I always say 32 or 37, 41 like that. So, and if the level holds, and if the timing also aligned properly, yes, there is going to be a bounce. That's where we enter. Can you repeat your strategy to enter short? Is that is a level? Yes, that's what I'm saying, right? Short or longs, it's very simple. Take a Excel from day one today, from tomorrow, guys. Take a Excel or whatever you are comfortable. Mark down Asia Open, London Open, US Open, US Close. Do that every day. Okay, do that every day. Follow that for a week. You can easily get what is the timing that market is holding, what is the timing that it is going and hitting that level, whether it is holding or whether it is failing. You can easily make that up. Timing thing, okay. See how the way it works is, Rixi can go through timing a lot better than me. What I do is, I just look at it. Okay, if the market for that particular day, okay, let's see. Today it got opened at 6:30. Okay. Today the market got opened at 9:30 a.m. And then we will see how the way that market holds for that particular day in the first hour. In the first hour, that is within first 40 minutes, you will be able to determine what is going to happen in the market. After the first 20 minutes open, if the market is going to continuously drop, it will at some point, and if it is holding that level, at after that is after 8:10, that is after 20 minutes, after sorry, market opens at 9:30. Okay, after 10:10 there will be a bounce after 40 minutes. So it all depends on the candle and the timing, and what time it is hitting that level. Suppose Rixie always used to say, if it is 32 candle, if it does not hold that level, and if it drops below that before 38, that is within next 5 minutes, it is going to hit that next level. That is where we just scalp those 20 points. No, I don't use the weekly highs and lows. As I said, I mark my daily high, daily low, London Open, Asia Open. I maintain that Excel. and then based on that, if you maintain it, you will know what is the weekly high for that particular week and what is a weekly low for that particular week. You just put a formula, find out what is a weekly high for that and what is a weekly low, just put an Excel in the column. You will able to see what is a weekly high, weekly low. You can find out the monthly high, monthly low, everything. So it's a minor task, 5 minutes work every day. You just take out the level, put it in Excel, your trading will be better. I'm guaranteeing. On the stocks like Tesla, Amazon, you are marking levels. Yes, I do 6 months first, and then 15 days, and then daily. Daily is 15 minutes, 15 days is hourly, 6 months is 15 minutes. That's the time frame I use. Yeah, I follow very simple strategy. That's it. I don't do complex things. I just follow simple strategy, and then this is what I have been following, and I have been successful too. And nowadays I'm just doing little bit timing thing. Sometimes NDX, yes, I enter at the timing thing. Sometimes it goes down also, but if that level holds, I will add NDX or else I will take stop loss. That's why I said NDX, SPX, and all 50% stop loss I have been following, but I know if that level holds, I will hold. If not, I will mention I'm stopping out. Daily is 15 minutes. 15 days is hourly. 15 days is 1 hour, and then 6 months is 15 minutes. Sorry, 6 months. Okay, sorry. Daily is 15 minutes. 15 days is 1 hour, and then 6 months is either I will see weekly or 1 hour or 2 hour, like that. I look at for all the values. And I'm not I'm learning ICT too. Rixie taught me couple of months back. I'm still learning more into that, but I'm not into that very much. Since I follow my style, I basically go with it. Okay, Rixie, it's simple. As you say, I will just watch for the time. If it is 7:32 or and I'm seeing whether that level is just maintaining, it's trying to hold, or if it is going up or down. And if it tries to go down, I will enter short. And because at 7:32, if it is happening, it at 7:30 it is going to hit back to the next level. And if it holds that, I enter longs. Yes, yes, this is the timing. Yes, daily is 15 minutes. All those things are for swings. For Asia and London, you mark the levels and what range before that level is no longer valid. Okay. See, as I told you, if you enter that particular day and if you put that values, this is the Asia open, this is the open. And when the market opens itself, you will be able to understand if it is holding that level for that particular, is it holding that weekly level, or if it is failing below that weekly level, or if it is above that weekly level, it is trying to hit the next week's level, or if it is going below that week level, you will be able to easily understand. It's see, that's where I don't simply go by the chart. I don't look at only the chart that is moving. I look at my value which I'm maintaining. I just maintain this is the level. Okay, fine. It is above this level for today. Fine. If it is above this level, it is going to hit the next level for sure at some point. Yeah, okay. See, that's where the problem is. You don't need to enter. If you are trying to enter during the market, if you are trying to enter during the market open, you will lose most of the time, because that's where I have been doing long back, and I have lost huge. So no, don't enter. See, the thing is that when you are doing future trading, you get infinity opportunities every day. And if it is options, it's okay. You don't need to make that day itself the whole amount of money. You can make the next day, or you can enter swings. You will get that money someday for sure. And that too, entering when the market opens, and that too 0 day is the blunder. It's a completely a disaster and blunder. So always you should wait for first minimum 15 minutes to find out what is the market direction. Suppose if you see someday the first 5 minutes it will go down, and within sixth or seventh minute the candle will shoot up, and after 12th minute whatever it has been shoot up, everything will drop, and market would have determined the low of the day. So I don't do mostly the first minimum first 6 minutes. I never trade. That's my strategy. I don't touch anything for the first 6 minutes, and then I will wait for the 7th minute candle, and then I will wait for the 12th minute candle. I will wait for the 15th minute candle. And even if I am during this time, if I am trying to trade, I will mostly trade MNQs. And I know if I am trying to trade it MNQ, I know what is the average that I need to do. Whether if it is holding the level, I will add more contracts. If not, if it shoots up once I enter, I will quit and I will wait for the next trade. Okay, you want me to? Okay, yeah. Once I'm back, when I'm doing the next session, I will show you my Excel template, how I am doing, and what is the level that I mark. Yes, swings I normally go with 3 months out, and I will use the golden flow. Yes, that's what that will add more confluence to my direction. Yes, yeah, I will do it. Sorry, Ghost. Yeah, next time I will definitely. Yeah, exactly, Ghost. Yeah, if you look at that level, I will tell you the reason is okay. So I was saying ES is going to hit 5550, 5550, 5550. That was the level it has been maintaining. At some point, it is going to hit that level and it is going to reject, right? Either it has to hold that level and it has to go up. If you see that day at that when it got rejected, that is the third tap where it got rejected, where Joe used to say always third tap, third tap, third tap. Either it has to hit there and it has to bounce or it has to reject. Okay. And if you look at it, first time it was trying to break, it did not break. Second time it was trying to break, it did not break. So third time it is going to reject for sure. That's why I was convinced on the downside. If you see the flow also, that time the net flow was it was going a little bit down. It was not exactly up. And that level it has to break, and 5550 ES I was saying it is the level, it has to either break or it has to reject. It perfectly rejected that. Even now ES is not able to break 5550 level. If it is breaking it, yes, we need a stronger news or something to push through that level. Otherwise we will get rejected at this level unless and until we are having a strong news. Probably yes, it may break that level if we have the earnings on Monday and Tuesday, big tech earnings. And if it is if everything is positive, yes, we will be able to break that 5550 level, or they may break before that also for any news. Exactly, yes, if you see that. Exactly. So that is what I have been saying, right, Ghost? I have been maintaining that Excel. What is the day it is trying exactly? What is the London Open? What is the day for that particular week? And if you see, ES is maintaining that level 5550. And if you see the third tap, it exactly got rejected. First tap, it tried, it got rejected. Second tap rejected. Third tap, it tried to break. No. If you see the timing candle, that is where I entered short. I did not exactly enter at 5550. I entered when it tried to tap and break through 5550. It was not able to break through. It came to 5548. That's where I entered the short. And then it dropped immediately. Third tap. That's where we got 150 points. It was not news. It's just the level. That's it. Oh, yeah. See? Joe exactly mentioned third tap. See where it got rejected. So if see my style was just following the level as I was mentioning in that Excel, but after I joined with Ghost, Joe, Rixie and all, I learned to do it based on time. This third tab is the technique that Joe told me. I never know that. After that I have been noticing multiple times, yes, it is following that. It will try to break at the third tab or it will try to fail at the third tab. You just need to check it what is happening, that's it. So that I have to thank Joe. Joe only taught me that. And timing, Rixie taught me. And when I'm entering long or short, Joe will definitely be with me. If he is long, I'll be also long. If I'm short, Joe will be also short. So that adds more convinced that yes, Joe is also with me. So we all are good. When it touches that level third time, just wait for next to 30 seconds whether it is trying to break that level. If it breaks, yes, it is going to go up. If it does not break and if it tries to comes down, it is going to be a massive rejection. If it is third time, if it is getting rejected, definitely it is going to hit that next level for sure. That's where you will either enter long or short. Yeah, as Joe said, the third time tap, the last time I was exactly doing the same thing with LLY. LLY hit that level 670 something. I told Joe, this is going to blast up. Yes, it immediately when it tapped the third time on 670, from 670 it went till 880 something, and that too within 1 or 1.5 weeks something. So larger time frame, you can look at the 6 months time frame also. You can find out okay whether it is hitting that level third time. You can enter calls for 3 months time frame or 6 months time frame. Those are those are longer convictions, and if it is those will give you a guarantee that yes, it is going to go up or what, and you will feel more comfortable entering those trades. And yes, there are certain scenarios where it can go down. See, all these are news driven markets. Anything can happen anytime. So that's where you maintain the risk on your account. You maintain the sizing. Okay, yes, I have to just go only with this percentage. See, yeah, 1 minute, 3 minute, 15 minutes. Yeah, that's right. I hope I gave what I do and what is the thing that I follow. So mine is simple strategy, and to add to that, yes, I am doing this levels, and sometimes I have to thank Ghost also because he also just posts the chart in the chat. You if you see that you'll be able to enter. He always maintains that yes, I'm seeing the net flow upside. He always says that if you see what is the trade that he is doing, he always check the flow and he says the Nvidia is going up, SPY chart is going up, SPY is trying to do the inside bar. Those are all your added convictions if you're trying to enter long or short. Yes, correct, Mish. Yes, that's what I do. And even if it fails, it will not fail. At some point, it will come back. If it is a nasty fail, it will be definitely a news. And if it maintains that range in the third tap, and if market condition is holding good, yes, it is going to go up. So try to maintain that thing that I told you guys. You will be able to do better thing with NQ trading for sure. Just take a particular Excel, and if you maintain that level, you will be mastered at the levels, and at some point you know where it is going to hit for that particular week. SPX I don't do the levels. SPX I never do. I do for SPY. I don't do SPX levels because sometimes SPY they were saying SPX and SPY they have the dividend and something. Sometimes that level it will go down up. I don't do SPX. I just do only SPY. I do SPY levels. I do NQ levels. I do ES levels. These three. YM I don't follow. YM I don't trade that much. These three are the one I follow always. NDX I don't follow the levels. NQ levels will help me for NDX. So if NQ is holding, NDX will go up. It's same, right? SPY and SPX. Same thing with NQ and NDX. NQ, ES and SPY. QQQ will move along with NQ mostly. So if QQQ is up, NQ will go up. So I don't maintain QQQ levels. Anything else, anyone? Okay, that one goes to, so mostly what happens is if that market particularly moves the wider range on day one and day two itself. If you see last week, I think we had the wider range move on Tuesday, I think. So when there is a wider range move, I don't do too much aggressive on the next day. Definitely, we know that will be a chop. Or if it is trying to maintain those levels within, we were talking about that 5550 level, right, Coast? Now, until this market is going to hit 5480 and 5550 is the level. It has to now within that 70 points, it will try to play around the next 1 or 2 days, all these earning seasons. So now we know, yes, it is either if there is a big news, it is going to break this level 5550. If not, we are going to go down below 5480. So that is the level I know. Simple. I will try to trade around between these levels now. If it comes to 5480, if it holds, yes, I will enter long. If 5480 is lost, then I know definitely there is the next shot. Exactly, yes. And that too nowadays I don't trade during the market open. I just wait. And during market open, if Joe is long, I will just long with him. I don't even look at it. I just follow him. That's it. I don't look at my chart, nothing. I just follow him. And if I'm having a good thing, I will just stop and then I will wait for my time to go to take my trade. No, I don't use strat, nothing. Okay, how do you take the profit taking on index? It is just the level. So suppose if you see, if you see if there is a level at 19462, I know the next level is 19492. That 40-point move. That 40-point move will give me at least 40 or 50% in my NDX call. I and if I am taking three NDX calls, I will trim two of it. I will have only one for the next level. If that level failed, I will hit stop loss and I will come out. And to be frank, I want to thank all the members here with me. That is Ghost, Rixie, Joe, and then Mario, because they will provide you what is the conviction for that particular day based on the levels. So they will say yes, yes, it is going up. Maybe out of 100% we might be 10 or 20% that sometimes they might be long, I might be short, but it might be based on the strategy. If you look at all of us, we will be on the same page, so that will have you to go with more conviction that whether that particular day you need to enter longs or shorts. In the above example, yes, it breached 5550 and reached 5560. Yeah, okay. So when you say it breached 5550 and reached 5560, okay. So find out what is the time that it got breached, okay. If you look at that 1 day chart, it is post market it breached. So and it did not hold that level 5550. After that, it immediately rejected. Yeah, most of the things I think I covered first. So I will probably, once I have more knowledge with ICT and things, probably me and Rixie will give more sessions on ICT and stuff too. With I will share my levels on the Excel and I will show my other how I maintain that Excel too. Thank you, Ghost. Thank you.
Wonderful
Thank you.
stuff,
Yeah.
Vijaya. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Jaya.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you guys for your support as always. Thank you. Take care, guys.